Hi everyone, today we are talking about SafeSpeak, an app designed to fight online violence. Here's our agenda. We'll begin with our objective, then our solution, our implementation plan, and conclude with a demo. Our app targets Sustainable Development Goal 5.2 and all violence against and exploitation of women and girls. Here are some statistics. 82% of sex trafficking cases filed in U.S. federal courts involved online platforms for victim recruitment. 58% of young women worldwide reported harassment through messaging platforms and social media. 22% of girls and young women worldwide who had experienced online harassment said that it made them fear for their physical safety. Now we'll dive into our solution.
But first, we need to understand the difference between cloud-based AI and on-device AI. In cloud-based AI, the user must send their data to the cloud, where it is processed and sent back. This is in contrast to on-device AI, where all of the computation happens securely on the user's device. This greatly improves security for the users. Right now, there's a huge push towards on-device AI. For example, Apple Intelligence, which is only available on newer iPhones. This is because the capabilities of these new iPhones allow on-device computation, which were not possible on older models, including the previous generation iPhone 15. Here we can see Apple is able to run some of their models on-device. However, right now some models are still too large to run locally. This will change in the future, and the end goal is to have all models run on-device. Here we can say the same thing on the Android side of things. The current flagship processor, the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which processes the most popular Android phones, is touting a generative AI powerhouse. This is exactly the type of technology we need to run something like SafeSpeak. So what is SafeSpeak? It is designed to be a violence detection software which can help users identify and combat online violence. Let's dive right in. In this example, we can see two users, Alice and Bob. Bob wants to send a message to Alice. Great. His message is encrypted and sent straight to Alice. Alice receives the message and is only decrypted on her device. After viewing the message, she has an option to run an analysis on her conversation with Bob. SafeSpeak will securely run the analysis on her device. There will be no server contact. This analysis is only for Alice. That is, unless the conversation with Bob is extremely abusive. Then it will be sent to SafeSpeak servers, where an expert can reach out to Alice.
Here we have some of our most targeted platforms. The social media apps Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat all have young women that have experienced harassment, with Facebook being statistically the worst at 39%. In a normal scenario, this is how our front end will look like. It will have a normal message login screen that users can put in their phone numbers. This is then followed by a screen in which users can select who they are messaging or if they want to create a new message to someone else. In the third picture, we can see a standard conversation with another user. Notice that there is an Analyze button at the top right, which will then analyze the conversation using our AI to output some statistics of each user. In a conversation with a trafficker, on the other hand, when utilizing the Analyze button for conversations, there will be a warning sign at the top that the other user may be a trafficker. This will only be sent to the user who is being targeted by the trafficker.
Here's a quick look at our backend architecture. Our app uses a Flask server to handle message routing and score management. Our backend has four main endpoints: send post for sending and storing messages, messages user 1, user 2 get for retrieving message history, score post for setting or updating total risk scores, score user 1, user 2 get for getting risk scores for specific conversations. All data is stored locally, ensuring complete user privacy.
Now it's time for a demo. Click this link or scan this QR code to try it yourself. Thank you for listening.